What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm IWN. This is your NXT March the 31st, 2026 watch along and results for NXT that's airing on Netflix internationally right now in Madison Square Garden. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you do, turn on notifications. I didn't get to upload the rest of my background, so I'm going to have to do it during the stream. So if it messes up, it means I'm trying to upload the rest of my background. Because I only got to upload 2, unfortunately. I was trying to upload the other 2, but it took so freaking long. So I got impatient. I said, forget it. I'm going live. Make sure y'all go have a listen to my Monday Night Raw watch along if you haven't done so yet. If you missed that, Monday Night Raw delivered yet another solid show last night. It was a solid B+ show last night. Outside of those boring men's and women's tag team matches, everything else was solid last night. Anyways, let's go ahead and pull up the VPN, turn that on. Then we'll get Netflix going. I'm gonna have to put Netflix on a separate. I'm gonna have to put them separately, the screens separately. Because if VPN, my audio disappears from the screen. I don't know why it does that. Has that done? It's almost like it's a VPN and a slow connection combined. All right. I've got Netflix to get for as well. So stick around. I appreciate those on the wait. I know you're just now missing NXT like I am. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's kind of behind. I was supposed to go live at 7:54 p.m., but those 2 backload, and I was forced to go live a little late. I don't know why they didn't just upload quicker. Why they had to be uploading so slow like that. All right, Netflix is pulled up. trying to wait for NXT to pop up so we can push it to the beginning. So that we can get it to the beginning of the show. I'm gonna try to upload in backgrounds again too. Go, folks. It's finally on the screen. It's loading. So everybody don't leave. It's on the screen. I'm gonna commentating for y'all. Let me go get my earbuds real quick too, while I'm at it. And where are they? So I'm gonna be commentating and giving y'all my live reactions tonight, per usual. You know I can't play WWE audio in the background, especially if I want to get my channel submitted to partnership program. Okay, let's see what NXT is kicking. Let's see what NXT kicked off with tonight. They're showing Lola Vice entering the building. Kendal Gray, Ren Sinclair. Let's get these views up tonight, folks. Let's get as many comments in the live chat as we can. Uh-oh. Don't say that word, commentary. I got homies that stand around the corner, man. Don't say that word. Don't start it. Don't start it. You're going to have them going crazy tonight. Don't say that faction word. Why is it uploading like this? Man, why is the stream? Well, why is the Netflix NXT stream open like this? Huh, I about to give up this stream tonight already. I'm about already. There's OTM. The fact name is Out the Mud. Teaming up with Santana, John Lynch, Brian Cutler. Coming out. The NXT crowd is going crazy for Santana, man. Santana and Out the Mud going up against Brian Cutler and Shaquan. tag match kicking off NXT. So that's what kicked off NXT tonight. The show backgrounds too. Moving around, getting impatient already. Here we go. Bronco Nima. Bronco and Griffin going on the right. Two best. Oh, Lennox is tagged in. Deion Lennox giving him shot after shot after shot. He's got Bronco in a whole spin Lennox to the corner. We got Bronco's tagged back in. Come on, man. We're going to Santana tag in this? No. Tag Santana. Uh-oh. Santana's getting ready to go crazy. Whoop. Tonight in a 6-man tag match. Sends Deion Lennox to the Lucien Price in the ring. They call him Sugar Man. That's what they call him. Yeah, as long as commentary don't say they faction, then we good. Uh-oh. Ooh. Griffin got sent at the corner. Oh, Bronco coming in with a big boot to Deion Lennox. What are we about to see? Oh. 6-man tag match is this is the best I've seen OTM look. It's the very best. What is going on of this faction? I don't know how you didn't see that. Referee. Darn, Griffin just tried to lift up Bronco, but he couldn't. He failed on doing that. Osai him some, Dion him some. Look at there. Woo! Lucien Price with the clothesline. Bring up Suge. Oh! He just threw Suge. Choke slam by Lucien Price. And Suge breaks it up. Lucien Price that monster. Osiris. They is rolling tonight. And Santana out the mood. Oh! 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 And got fired up, man, tonight. Very, very clear that he's not playing tonight, man. Whoa. Dion let it kicked out. Unbelievable. All right. And you gotta hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, if you're just now tuning in. Oh, what is this? The hell is that? Oh, Santana and Lucien Price breaking move by Sean Griffin and Dion Lennox. Roll up, and they kicked out. Oh. Osborne saying he's walking in, still champion. You better not be doubting Johnny Gargano, man. That guy can go in the ring, man. Johnny Gargano is no joke in the ring. Yes. Johnny Gargano said, "This isn't personal. That is very personal." He's pointing to the North American Championship that Miles Bourne has in his hand. Nope. He said, "For the first time in 2 months, I'm not going to lay down." That's what Johnny Gargano. Oh, Lord. Wait, first birthright. You know, uninteresting mid-hour tag team match. I know it's fun. Give it a second, y'all. It's back on now. Tonight, you're going to be Lola, says Renz. She says, then go to stand and deliver, and then win the NXT Women's Championship. You got this. You got this. You got this. That's what she says. We got Birthright. They got a new theme and a theme song. We got Los Americanos versus Birthright. Rayo, now the legal superstar, was tagged in. Bravo tagged Rayo in. He did not just say that. He said no matter what language you speak, it's fully effective. Ew. Goodness. Uh-oh. Oh, double team by Los Americanos. They're rolling tonight. Man, what the heck? Why they got Stacks and real life Stacks and Ariana dancing in the middle of a freaking tag team match? What kind of tag match is this? Big night here in New York. Oh, Ryan was on his feet. Connected, though. Stoner. Rayo kicked out. Birthright or Los Americanos. We'll find out when it comes. Already no commercial. That's the way I like it. Connors. I don't know if that was from Connors, from Ryu. I couldn't even tell. They're showing Lola Vice get ready for her match against to determine who the champion is going to be for the NXT Women's Championship. From Bravo, Insiguri from Bravo X. Oh no. Yep, she sure did step. Shallow hell. What is Cheryl Hill doing out here, man? Oh, the pen. Uh-oh. Stacks. Right. And now Connors with a swanton bomb to Bravo. And Bravo kicks out. Background is still uploading, man. I'm about to give up. Got to give up on this background. El Grande Americano interfering in the match. This is what two interferences. This is what I be talking about. Two down to a C plus. Los Americanos headed to St. Louis. Bet the Los Americanos fans are happy about that. And they're facing Vanity Project. To upload. Darn it. Uh-oh. Deion Lennox is angry that they lost. Jaida Parker got a new theme song. Jaida Parker got a new theme song. Uh-oh. There she is, the standard of NXT herself. Kelani. We got Kelani Jordan versus Jaida Parker happening right now. We got Kelani Jordan versus Jaida Parker happening right now. Yeah, these like each other. Either. Talking about Kelani Jordan and Jaida Parker. We're catching up with the show, folks. We're getting close. We're getting closer and closer. So let's get more views up on the stream and hit the thumbs up because we need more than one like on the stream tonight. Great. Tweet out my thoughts on the other matches that happened here on Twitter X. Oh. Yeah, she did have her lock in tight. You ain't lying. Jaida Parker is putting a beating to Kelani Jordan in the ring. Oh, my earbuds weren't working. Y'all, this is NXT Roadblock, just so you know. Oh. Ooh. Oh. The crowd sounds so much better than last Tuesday. I ain't gonna lie. The New York crowd sounds so much better, man. Oh, hold on. There we go. What's Jaida Parker getting ready to do? Hot step by Jaida Parker. Whoa! Went right to the shoulder of Jaida Parker. Okay, Kelani ain't playing tonight, man. Oh. Oh! A splash by Kelani Jordan to Jaida Parker. Jaida Parker kicked out from that, by the way. Frustration kicking in for Kelani Jordan, folks. We got both women getting back up on their feet. NXT Universe trying to give Jaida Parker the energy CDs to get back in it. One of a kind. Jaida Parker put a stop to that. No way. Oh! Bam! Hypnotic. Uh-oh. This is it. Deja vu. Jaida Parker beats Kelani Jordan tonight with that incredible performance. And Kelani Jordan loses again. Ha! He said, and don't sleep on Miss Parker. Okay, another segment with Vanity Project and Blake Monroe. Bet she smiled after they said that. Yeah. Up next, we have Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So we got Tony D'Angelo, Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, all already in the ring, while we got Joe Henry making his way to the ring with the NXT Championship. So we got this NXT Championship Fatal 4-Way match contract signing. Oh, maybe this is not a contract signing. I thought wrong. Uh-oh, here we go. Who's going to cut the first promo? Oh, it is contract signing. I was right. Okay. I see the book. You know, I cannot wait to see which one of you stabs the other in the back first, says Joe Henry to Ethan Page and Ricky Sainz. You both can't stand the idea of the other being the one to take the NXT championship. Here's the thing. This friendship that you guys have going on, I know it's going to fall apart because you've made a mistake. You cannot distinguish between passion and desperation. You guys are desperate to be an NXT champion again. But I'm passionate about being the champion, says Joe Henry. About the next, and I'm passionate about being in New York City tonight. That's what he says. He said, I'm going to take that passion to use it to defend my championship and spoke the lies, the exception, the jealousy that you guys have going on. I will be the one to stand. I will be the one to deliver, and you will see me waving my hands from side to side. The entire world will be chanting, I believe in Joe Henry. Sex says, stick to singing your little songs, the little friendship me and Ethan have. Let me tell you something, he says. I know you don't have friends in this life. You don't understand. Me and him want the same thing, but that don't mean we can't support each other. More importantly, you shouldn't even be champion. Honestly, the title should be given back to me. Going up the ladder, here's what I'm going to do on Saturday at Stand Deliver. I'm going to make everything right in this world. For once, when I become a two-time NXT champion, says Ricky Sainz. Ethan Page, so now everything will be right in the world Saturday. He said, I've been kind of wasting my time being the greatest North American. I feel like I was sailing short. My good friend Ricky reminded me of my true value. The truth is, me and the entire ready of the WWE, I don't want to be the greatest. No. I deserve global recognition. So I will be the one becoming NIC champion, two-time NXT champion. All right. Oh. Oh, Tony D'Angelo said, just fast as you won it, you lost it. Ricky Sainz, you came in, called yourself the new face of the brand. You're absolute, says Tony. An absolutely underwhelmed failure. Dang. He called him an underwhelmed failure. He said that Joe Henry, no coolest with you, all right? But this is about going viral or playing rational. It's about winning the biggest. It's about winning the biggest prize that NXT has to offer. Might not agree with me. You are in. Darn, they going so fast with the subtitles. NXT, born and breed. I don't care who you are and where you're from, what you've done, says Tony D'Angelo. Come Saturday at Stand Deliver, I will run you three over like a freight train. Ooh. That was a pretty interesting one there by Tony D'Angelo. He told Robert Stone, I suggest you get the hell out of here. It's going crazy. They brawling. Ethan Page has Joe Henry lifted up. Tony D'Angelo got choke slammed Ricky Saints on the table. And Joe Henry got put down on the table by Ethan Page. And now Tony D'Angelo and Ethan Page are brawling. Oh, man. Jasper Troy up against Keanu Carver, man. I've been waiting for this one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been waiting for this one. We're caught up with the show, folks. This is going to be something between Troy and Kendal Carver. With special guest referee Josh Briggs. We're caught up with the show. Caught up with the show. Here we go. We got two big guys getting ready to go at it in the ring. Keanu Carver and Jasper Troy. Oh, this is gonna go. This match gonna go crazy. Keanu Carver looking at the fan like, what you staring at? What you staring at? You scared? Yeah. Oh, man. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Don't forget, when I step away, or not when I step away, but when I step away again, this is going to be the one time I step away. But after NXT goes off the air, I'm going to step away again. And then when I come back, I'm going to go over my overall thoughts and grade and ups and downs and how good and bad NXT is doing and what NXT needs to currently work on. Well, this is going to be my first time stepping away away. The second time I'm stepping away is step break and then go over everything. I need to go get a drink in because getting thirsty again. My mouth is already dry. Dry as a motherfucker. I'll tell you one thing, that one Contenders tag match had way too many interferences in the match. They need to stop doing it. Why I was watching the show. All right, I'm back. All right. We are about to witness two big guys. Let's go at it. Jasper Troy versus Keanu Carver. We got Keanu Carver versus Jasper Troy. It's going down between these two guys. Uh-oh. Darn. Keanu Carver just got choke slammed. Announced by wow. Keanu Carver kicked out from Jasper Troy's signature that he just did to Josh Briggs. Man, Josh Briggs just helped Keanu Carver win the match. Man, god damn. Come on, Keanu Carver. Damn. Josh reminding Keanu Carver and Jasper Troy who the big and baddest big man on the brand is. We got Hank the Tank talking with Sean Legacy, Elio Floor, and Eli Knight. I just what did I just watch tonight, man? I almost felt like I watched nothing tonight. Outside of that uh, six-man tag man kicked off the show. Yeah. We got Burns, just this show got a lot. At least we got to witness a solid B plus episode of Raw last night. At least that was enjoyable. What? Tatum Paxley said, that just excites me. So I gave her the ultimatum so she can come here and bring my title to me, to New York City. that belongs. Plan B need to have it back. Come on now. She said, "Come on now." Come on. Netflix is. Honestly, dude, this show tonight's been. I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna. This show had some ups and downs so far. I'm like, she said, "Let's play." I don't see nothing funny about that. I don't see not a damn thing funny about that. What you just said. She sat over there laughing because she was like, she laughed because Blake Monroe said, "I don't have no issue with you." That's why she laughed. Oh, you hear that? She said, "I never lost a place." Did y'all hear that? I'm sure y'all watching the show and y'all lost it in the first place. Tatum Tatum actually says, "You have something that I want," and then she says, You might have something I want too." I wonder what that is. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to find out what that is. That Tatum has that Blake Monroe wants. I wonder what it is, man. So let's see the surprise. What's the surprise? Ooh, she said that's why it does not belong to you, says Tatum. So let's make both of us happy here. We can get what we want this Saturday. How about you when just have some fun? You and me have some fun, she says. Blake Monroe says, "You would be the perfect co star." to star alongside me on the biggest show. She said, I accept an offer for your match. But to say the same thing that runs through your brain, through mine, is a little crazy, Tate. And even for you, she says, you and I, I have a pulse, she says. I am perfection, she says. And she says, I I am I am the standard of NXT. Martel has a view of the city. You'll like these dirty New. She said you're a sweet girl, Tatum, but you're a champion. Or a champion by title. This championship needs a woman. You're going to give me my titles back, so I'm not going to get blindsided by circus level. She said there was a side to you when you get angry, but there's a worse side to me when I get angry, says Tatum. Oh, she said I could be the fighter to your hell, says Tatum. I'll let you decide your fate for Saturday, but tonight you're going to get back to what belongs to me. Blake's the title again. What the hell do they got Blake Monroe doing? Shooting with Tatum Paxton. Darn. Kelani Jordan just put insult to injury to Jaida Parker. The Parker, Jaida Parker, the Parker. Wait on NXT. Come back on. All right, it's finally back on. Got a video package from Sol Ruka. Smash that soul. I don't know. I'm getting bored, man. I'm ready for this show to go off the air, bro. This show feels kind of boring tonight, man. I ain't. When you reacting that much, that's how you know the show feels kind of boring. Oh. This is fatal for us. Seriously? I can't wait for Stand and Deliver. Deliver. Yeah, this show didn't really feel that important tonight. Outside of Jaida Parker versus Kelani Jordan in that six-man tag match with OTM out the mud and Santana versus DarkState. And everything else on this show was mid. It's been mid so far. Hopefully, Kendal Gray versus Lola Vice can turn that around tonight. Who's headed to Stand to Deliver? Who's the number one contender for the women's title? Of course, it'll be Kendal Gray. Kendal Gray. Kendal Gray. Ooh, it's pretty mommy on my screen. Kendal Gray. On my TV screen. Tell you, man, that weather got some pretty meteorologist females on there. They got some gorgeous females on that weather. That meteorologist. Optimus 2 is set to return to the moon tomorrow at 5/4 Central. So if you're in the central area, you might want to be watching the Weather Channel from tonight all the way till tomorrow. If you watch the Weather Channel like I do. Because I have it on my TV screen every day. Watching them pretty ladies, Molly McCall, Jan Coffin, and Shakur. Yeah, we can't forget the other Jen. And Alex Wilson. Ooh. Unos, dos, cuatro. Ooh. We got the gray area going up against Senorita Bonita. Don't want the Mitchell Martial Arts background. Cubans on here. Lola Vice. Oh, don't forget Kelly. Can't forget about her. They got the cakes. The cake. That's a whole lot of cake back there, man. That's a whole lot of cake back there. Oh, dang. Oh, is NXT coming back on or what? Ain't no on commercial for there 15 minutes. And they got this new woman that speaks Spanish on the Weather Channel. With that Hispanic name. Rayo Americano last year name. Should I call her Senorita Bonnie? Finally, they got it back on the screen. One of my favorite NXT female talents, Kendal. We in the gray area. Alert. We in the gray area. Bow down to your queen. The queen of the gray area. Bow down, folks. Other way. No, okay. She's got God on her side. She got God on her side. She wore, she wore a cross necklace last week, right? It's Kendal Gray versus Lola Vice. All right, man. I know it come. Terrible he is anyway. Dab. Hey, man, why my earbuds messing up? Let me make sure my volume is up on here. Of course, that brings a smile to Booker T's face. That ain't no surprise. What? Who? What? Who? The Women's of All Championship. Yeah. And there's also a man, that's absolutely thrown out the window. You dang on right, it's thrown out the window. Uh-oh. The Vice is rolling. Both. Oh. Of Lola Vice is being put on display. Like, Kendal Gray debuted on Level Up roughly a year ago, showing how fast Gray's ride has been. And of course, the NXT Universe has watched Vice grind and come close to gold repeatedly. They is funny. This is our main event. Be careful. You don't have the fans work. Don't have fans. Oh, dang! Bro, I didn't know you were doing all that, man. Bro, I didn't see that coming. She did that early out the gate, like right out of the gate. Oh, God, Booker T, please no. Stop it. Oh, Kendal Gray dodged on time. Vince Joseph couldn't even talk. He was like, who? Oh. She paying a tribute to Eddie. Whoa, I thought I was about to fall. Eddie Guerrero. Latino, he giving her some of that. And he kicks out. Did he just call Iguana Big E? Oh, Lord. Well, the Vice looked like she's frustrated or giving Kendal Gray at least a few seconds to try to get up to her feet. Come on, Kendal Gray! Come on, Kendal Gray! Come on, Kendal Gray. You can win this tonight. I'm rooting for the Gray. Don't mess this up. All she can think of is a roll-up right now. She cannot find ways to pull old Vice down. I think Kendal Gray's getting a little frustrated that she's getting put down. She's got to continue to keep trying to keep finding ways to get in match. Uh-oh. Woo! Come on, Kendal. Come on, Kendal. Look at Rinse It Clear and how she dancing. Oh. Oh, Lola Vice doesn't like that they're cheering for Kendal Gray. She might be starting to get jealous. Gonna be fighting back. German suplex. German suplex by Kendal Gray, folks. It's rolling. What else is she doing? Oh. Here we go. Boom. Oh. I thought we were going to see a bulldog. But Lola Vice just threw her right away from the turnbuckle. Back fist did not connect. She missed. That back fist by Lola Vice missed. Kendal Gray dodged it. Oh. Oh. Yeah. She got it's the Kendal Gray. She got that time. Couldn't get her the first time. She got it the second time. What is Fatal Influence doing out here? Yeah, that was a huge thing by Lola Vice. She should have never ran herself into that steel steps. She should have thought. She should have before she ran herself into that. Well, Kendal. So that's what led to that. She thought Kendal Gray was going to stay, but no, she didn't. Oh! Back fist. I don't know what. That was really close. That back fist. Oh! She tried to copy Lola Vice with that back fist. Back fist of her own by Kendal Gray. Oh, Jason Chain said, Kendal, get your ass up. She funny. Uh-oh, ankle lock locked in. Can Lola Vice get out of it? Wow, what a match between Lola Vice and Kendal Gray. Wow. Did Kendal Gray tap? It looked like she did. But she's fighting back, though. Uh-oh. Lola Vice is not happy about that. What the? There was a tap. Kendal Gray tapped? Oh, there's Shawn Michaels. It showed a replay of Kendal Gray tapping out while being pinned. What? I don't know what the heck you call that ending. Match was solid, but that ending, they gotta do better with that. They better for real. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, oh. Not much harder, man. All right, folks, I'll be right back. When I come back, go over my overall thoughts, grades, ups and downs. Brand needs to work on right now. Don't go anywhere. Whew. Well, don't know what that was about. But anyways, I'm back. I'm back, folks, with your overall thoughts and grade, ups and downs coming out of NXT, how good and bad is NXT doing on Tuesdays, and what NXT needs to improve and set the record straight on. So we'll start with my thoughts and grade on NXT Season 20, Episode 13. NXT, it's safe to say that NXT has finally given us a solid NXT show tonight. We finally saw some must-see solid B stuff on this show. It felt like NXT was trying to do two things at once and didn't land either clean. But this Madison Square Garden NXT New York crowd gave it some juice, and there were real highlights. But as a go-home show for Stand and Deliver, it missed the mark. This was the last week of build. But I think one more week of build would have helped everything breathe. So DarkState versus Santana and OTM Out the Mud opened with chaos. Worked because it was supposed to be messy. Santana's a good veteran for OTM right now. Tag tournament match, Birthright versus Los Americanos, was the other way around. It was a mid-C- filler. No story, no heat, just a match on the card because they needed a tournament match. Jordan versus Parker was physical and stiff, but neither of them felt comfortable in the role they were given. The crowd wasn't sure who to get behind. It was better than that tag match we got between Birthright and Americanos. Now, here's another thing that was mid on the show. The Fatal 4-Way claim. That was flat. So Birthright, Americanos, and the Fatal 4-Way contract signing were the only two low things of the entire show. Everything else was solid. Everything else delivered tonight. But let's talk about the Fatal 4-Way contract signing a little bit. Henry got the pop. Tony had the only memorable line of the whole thing. Then Page and Saints signed. Tables happened. Security flooded the ring. And just like that, it was over. It's supposed to be your stand and delivered main event, but it felt like a mid-card segment. That's what that felt like. Troy versus Carver with Briggs as referee was fun, but it was an angle, not a match. Chains before the bell. Carver threatening Booker and the fan that he was about to toss around. Troy, he put Troy through a table, and then Briggs booted Troy. Carver stealing it with a power slam, then eating a clothesline from Josh Briggs. I think this is good for a triple threat setup. Not good if you want wrestling. Definitely not good if you want to wrestle. For sure. Paxley Monroe was the surprise. Best Monroe's looked since she got here. And honestly, Tatum knows how to talk to that character. And the stand and deliver challenge makes sense. They should be running with each other past stand and deliver. Then we got Vice versus Gray. This match, 1000% saved the night. Athletic crowd was invested from the bell. Big spin kicks from Vice, Gray's Northern Lights bridge, ankle lock to Giaton trades, then the finish. Now, here's where I'm about to be honest. While the match was a solid B plus match, the ending was not so good. So Gray pinned Vice at the exact second she tapped to Giaton. Double ref argument. Sean had to come out. They went off air with no answer. This was like best match, worst ending kind of thing. That's exactly what this was. Best match, worst ending, and it hurt one of the biggest matches for stand and deliver. It literally hurt one of the biggest freaking matches, the match that was going to headline stand and deliver. Literally. It was supposed to be Gray winning this match, not Vice. Should have been Kendal Gray winning, easily. Anyways, this was a solid B overall. It dragged down by the signing and the tag tournament. Ups and downs coming out of NXT. This is not the same as going over my overall thoughts and grade. This is different. Remember, going over ups and downs is different than going over my thoughts and grades on the entire episode. Let's start with the ups. We know how good Kendal Gray and Lola Vice are in the ring, but they both proved they can carry a main event spot. The crowd was all the way behind Gray and Vice. Looked like a killer with those spin kicks. She really did, for real. That's a money program if they let it run clean. Paxley Monroe finally feels real. Blake wasn't just posing. Tatum gave her something to react to. And laying Blake out twice makes sense for the delusion gimmick. Yep. It sure did. Makes sense for the delusion gimmick. And also, Briggs getting physical again matters. He needed to feel dangerous in that big man story. And the boot plus clothesline did it. DarkState still looks fresh and different from every other tag team. The finish to Gray and Vice was brutal. You can't go home with referee confusion for your number one contender match. You pick a winner, fatal four-way. Signing did nothing to sell that match as special. Henry deserves better at this point. Saints is hot. Meanwhile, Paige can talk. Meanwhile, Tony needs direction as well in terms of his character and his gimmick and what they're doing with this guy on television. None of that happened for either of these guys. So NXT needs to do better with not only Henry, but Saints, Paige, and Tony as well. Birthright versus Americanos, like I said, was a C- mid match. This is nothing more than a placeholder. Jordan's getting thrown into matches that don't really fit her right now. And I'll be honest, It's really slowing her momentum. It really is. Crowd was rowdy in a way that stepped on spots, chanting over promos that younger talent needed to land clean. So that is the ups and downs. That's my ups and downs coming out of NXT season 20, episode 13. Now, here's my notes on how good and bad NXT on Tuesdays is doing. So, how they're doing on Tuesdays? Simple. Right now, NXT is a solid B brand that has A level matches when it gets out of its own way. The women's division is the engine. Jane is champion, Vice, Gray, Paxley, Monroe, Jordan, Parker, Sol Ruka, Izzy. There's real depth, and most of them can go. They got time. Gray and Vice this week, it's as good as anything on TV. Men's side is uneven. Henry as champion brings outside eyes, and he's over huge. Saints is connecting. Page is the glue as the heel you love to hate, but Tony D'Angelo has lost his aura post-Dawn, and the rest of the card feels like it's waiting for stories. Tag division has bodies. DarkState, OTM, Hang a Tank, Birthright, Los Americanos. You got the Vanity Project. Don't even mention Alzium and Nathan. They're both on SmackDown. They're both in the SmackDown tag division. And Gallus is not even in WWE anymore. So I don't know if they're just on Evolve or they're just not using them, or they're just buried, or they got released. They probably got released from the company, quietly released, and we didn't know about it. But only DarkState feels like they have a direction. Production is the best it's been so far. I mean, in terms of this week, production has been the best in terms of this week. All the other weeks, NXT has been mid. Most of the other weeks. And they got to work on turning shows into solid shows. For the first time this year, NXT has given us a solid show tonight. I can honestly say that. First time in a long time. First time since Black and Gold, honestly. But like I said, only this DarkState faction feels like they have a direction. Production was the best this week for this solid show that they produced and gave us. Crowds are louder. Booking still defaults to screwy finishes and rushed builds on big weeks. They got to work on that stuff, man. Can't be having that. And the interferences, man, that stuff's got to stop. There's too many interferences, especially in that tag team number one contenders match, dude. You got Shallow Hill coming out. Then you got El Grande, the fake El Grande Americano coming out. That was too many. Too much talent interfering in that match. Way too much. And then you have all the members of Birthright at ringside on top of that. Jeez Louise. This week's NXT was good TV. Most Tuesdays NXT is mid. It's not mostly solid or great. But this, like I said, this week's NXT was solid for what it was. This is the first solid episode of NXT we've gotten in weeks of memory. And it's basically not can't miss TV yet at this point. Will NXT be able to give us a solid episode next week for their NXT Stand Deliver Fallout episode? What's going to happen? It's going to happen the day after Monday Night Raw. We'll have to find out. Talking about next Tuesday's episode of NXT, the Stand Deliver Fallout show. Hopefully, it does not go back to be mid. They need to produce solid shows like this on the show. To the writers, bookers, and the production team of NXT, please keep producing, writing, and booking solid stuff like this on TV. Solid stuff like Gray versus Vice, Tatum Paxley and Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe agreeing to that match for the North American Women's Championship. Stuff like that we need on television more often. Two big guys going at it. Hell, I wouldn't mind getting Jasper Troy versus Keanu Carver again next week, honestly. See who would win. See who would get the advantage this time. I would love to see Jasper Troy win over Keanu Carver this time. But Kendal Gray versus Lola Vice was definitely easily the realest match highlight of the night, to be honest. That doesn't include the ending. We're leaving out the ending. We're going to forget about it. We're just going to pretend like it didn't exist. Last but not least, what NXT needs to improve and set the record straight on. I got your answers on that. So, let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. They got to stop with the cute finishes on go-home shows. Gray or Vice should have walked out as the number one contender. It should have been Gray, not Vice. Should have been Kendal Gray. Neither one of them walked out winners. No ref argument. No Sean. We'll figure it out. That hurts Stand Deliver, man. It really does. It hurts whoever you eventually pick because the moment's gone. Second, main events need to feel like main events again. Fatal four-way signing. Can't be tables. Yelling. Give me personal stakes. Give me a reason. Hendry, Saints, Paige, Tony hate each other. Beyond. We want the title. Third, protect the crowd reactions. They were fully behind Gray. Don't have her tap the second she wins. Gosh, you are really killing the momentum going into Stand and Deliver without it. That's an automatic fail. Seriously. Legitimately. You just basically killed the momentum heading into that premium live event that I'll be live for this Saturday night, live on YouTube and Restream. Make sure y'all turn on your notifications and set your calendars. Number 4, tag teams need stories, not just tournament matches. Again, Birthright versus Los Americanos meant nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because we don't know why we should care. I mean, there's no reason to care about Birthright versus Los Americanos unless they're in a story together, unless they're feuding. If it's not a storyline, we shouldn't care. That's just the honestly way I look at it. And finally, pace the show. Troy, Carver, Briggs was 3 ideas crammed into one segment. They need to let things breathe. Seriously, because the talent is there. The crowd is there. Stop booking for shock and book for payoff. Clean wins, clear stories, real stakes. That's how you get from solid B to must see. television. So we need to be seeing more solid B shows coming out of NXT. Like this one this week. If they can do that next week, then they can continue to do that every week. Then they'll be right ahead with Monday Night Raw. Look how many weeks Monday Night Raw has delivered solid shows. Dude, first week was solid. Second week was solid. And third week was solid again. So that's 3 weeks that Monday Night Raw has delivered solid shows. They are right ahead of NXT, Evolve, and SmackDown. Imagine what kind of Monday Night Raw show we would get next Monday night. If the card doesn't look mid, of course. If it does look mid, that means it's not going to be good. Folks, in terms of overall grade, anything from A+ to B- is considered solid and good. Anything from A+ to A- is considered good or great. Anything from B+ to B- is solid. Anything from C+ to C- is mediocre, or mid-average. Anything from D+ to D- is boring, terrible. And anything from an F+ to F- is god-awful. One of the worst shows ever. Just thought I'd explain that to y'all. Anyways, that's going to do it for my overall thoughts and grade and ups and downs. How good and bad NXT is doing and what they need to improve on and setting the record straight. NXT Watch Along will still be on the channel. Once it gets processed, don't forget you can turn on the CC. You can auto-translate the streams into whatever languages you want. How many other languages you speak. You can set it to whatever languages you want, whether it's Japanese, Feminese, Balkan, Turkish, or even Spanish. You can set it to any language. I have it that way for a reason, for my international audience. Even my U.S. audience. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed NXT just as much as I did tonight. I may not have reacted much, but it was a solid show. I enjoyed watching it. So, outside of those two lowest matches we got, or two lowest things we got on the show, which was the Fatal 4-Way contract signing and that NXT Contenders match. But I want to say this one more time. The fact that Lola Vice and Kendal Gray was the best match of the entire night, was the best highlight of the entire night, tells you everything you need to know and see about the NXT Women's Division. Tells you right there that the NXT Women's Division continues to be the best women's division in all of WWE. I'm done with that. I'm out of here. I hope to see y'all tune in to my Evolve Watch Along. We'll be live for Evolve tomorrow night. So, thank y'all for being here. Take care and good night.